What if I told you, the most powerful fighter jet in the world is not the fastest, not the most expensive, and not even the newest? Sounds crazy, right? Because when people talk about stealth jets, they usually just repeat one thing: this one is the best. But the truth is, real combat power is not that simple. It's not just about stealth. It's not just about speed. It's about a deadly combination of radar invisibility, sensor dominance, electronic warfare, and the ability to strike before the enemy even knows you exist. And today, we're going to break it all down. No hype, no fake war stories, just pure analysis. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which stealth jet truly dominates, and which ones are slightly overrated. And I want you to do one thing while watching. As we go through each jet, comment below. Which one do you think deserves the number 1 spot? Let's begin. At number 5, we have the Sukhoi Su-57. Now this jet is often surrounded by controversy. Some people call it a true 5th-generation fighter. Others say it doesn't fully qualify. So what's the reality? The Su-57 is built with stealth in mind, but not in the same way as Western jets. Instead of focusing purely on radar invisibility, Russia designed it with a balance between stealth and extreme maneuverability. That means, it's not the hardest jet to detect, but once it's in combat range, it becomes incredibly dangerous. Its design includes internal weapons bays, radar-absorbing materials, and reduced infrared signature, but its engine nozzles and airframe still reflect more radar compared to its rivals. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Su-57's real strength lies in its sensors and agility. It uses multiple radar systems, including side-looking radars, which means it can track targets from angles most jets can't. And its supermaneuverability is on another level. We're talking about extreme angles, rapid turns, and control that can outclass many fighters in close-range situations. But here's the problem. Modern air combat is not about dogfighting anymore. It's about who sees first, and shoots first. And this is where the Su-57 slightly falls behind. Its stealth is not as refined, and that makes it more visible in long-range detection scenarios. Still, it's far from weak. It's a hybrid monster, combining stealth, speed, and maneuverability. But compared to others on this list, it doesn't dominate every category. So for now, it takes the number 5 spot. At number 4, the Chengdu J-20. China's most advanced stealth fighter, and one of the most mysterious jets in the world. The J-20 is built with a very clear purpose: long-range dominance. Unlike jets designed for dogfighting, this one is designed to strike from a distance, and disappear. Its stealth shaping is far more refined than the Su-57. From the front angle, it is extremely difficult to detect. And that's critical, because most engagements start from long range. Now let's talk about its radar and sensors. The J-20 uses advanced AESA radar technology, combined with powerful data fusion systems. What does that mean? It can track multiple targets, gather information from different sources, and present it all to the pilot in a simplified way. In simple words, the pilot sees everything clearly, while the enemy sees nothing. And that's deadly. It also carries long-range missiles designed specifically for beyond visual range combat. Meaning, it can attack before entering danger. But again, it's not perfect. The J-20 is not built for extreme maneuverability. In close combat, it may struggle against more agile fighters. Also, its engine performance has been a topic of debate. While improving over time, it still doesn't fully match the raw power of top-tier engines. So while it dominates in stealth and long-range strategy, it lacks balance in close-range combat. And that's why it sits at number 4. Now things start getting serious. At number 3, the F-35 Lightning II. This jet is often misunderstood. People look at its speed, and say it's not impressive. They compare maneuverability, and say it's average. But here's the truth. The F-35 is not built to win dogfights. It's built to control the entire battlefield. This is where it becomes terrifying. The F-35 has one of the most advanced sensor fusion systems ever created. It doesn't just detect enemies. It builds a complete picture of the battlefield. Air threats, ground targets, electronic signals, everything. And then, it shares that data with other aircraft, ships, and systems. So even if one F-35 detects you, the entire network knows where you are. Now let's talk stealth. Its design is extremely refined. Low radar cross-section, internal weapons, minimal heat signature. It's designed to be as invisible as possible. And when combined with its electronic warfare capabilities, it can jam enemy radars, confuse tracking systems, and operate deep inside defended airspace. But here's the trade-off. It sacrifices speed and agility. It's not the fastest, and not the most maneuverable. But it doesn't need to be. Because ideally, it destroys the enemy before they even get close. That's real combat power. Still, it's not perfect in every category. Which is why it doesn't take the top spot. At number 2, the Chengdu J-20's biggest rival, the F-22 Raptor. Now this is where dominance begins. The F-22 is often called the most complete air superiority fighter ever built. And for good reason. It combines stealth, speed, and maneuverability better than almost any jet. Let's break it down. First, stealth. The F-22 has one of the lowest radar cross-sections ever achieved. From long range, it's incredibly difficult to detect. Second, speed. It can supercruise. That means it can fly at supersonic speeds without afterburners. Faster, quieter, and more efficient. Third, maneuverability. This is where it becomes insane. With thrust vectoring engines, it can perform movements that most jets simply cannot. Now combine all that, and you get a jet that can detect first, strike first, and still dominate in close combat if needed. But here's the reason it's not number 1. Technology evolves. And while the F-22 is incredibly powerful, it lacks some of the newer sensor fusion and data sharing capabilities seen in more modern systems. It's still a monster, but not the most advanced system overall. And that brings us to number 1. At number 1, the most powerful stealth jet based on real combat capability. The F-35 Lightning II. Yes, it appears again. And here's why. Because real combat power today is not just about one-on-one performance. It's about information dominance. And no aircraft is that better than the F-35. It connects. It shares. It sees everything. While other jets fight individually, the F-35 fights as part of a system. And that system is what makes it the most powerful. Its ability to gather intelligence, disrupt enemy systems, and guide other assets turns it into more than just a fighter jet. It becomes the brain of modern warfare. And that is why it takes the number 1 spot. Now I want to hear from you. Do you agree with this ranking? Or do you think the F-22 still deserves the top spot? Comment below and let's debate this. Because in the world of stealth fighters, the argument never truly ends. And that's what makes it so interesting.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe my channel if you're interested in the military aviation updates.